6 mistakes that most people make backpacking during the summer. Do not let that be you. What's going on, you guys? My name is Thomas Copley, and welcome back to my channel. Or if this is your first time coming into my channel, I appreciate you guys checking in. I make videos on backpacking, hiking, camping, and basically anything else that's fun outside. Today's video is about some mistakes that you need to avoid, but it is specifically geared towards the summer months. So make sure that you guys are not doing this when you're going out camping this summer. And some may seem a little more obvious than others, but they're all super important. Near the end of this video, I have a new piece of gear that's super cool and amazing that was just sent to me, and it's super affordable, which is my favorite part anyways. So make sure you check it out. With that, let's get right to it. Alright, mistake number one has to do with your sleeping bag. Now, I love summer, and I'm sure anybody else that tries to stick to a budget when backpacking absolutely loves summer. The warmer weather means the less gear you need, or at least maybe the less expensive gear you need, or the less bulky gear you need. So it's even for those that aren't on a budget with backpacking. Like, even if you have the best gear, summer's amazing because you can lighten down your pack by like half. So the first mistake that I just want to tell you guys, just so you don't do it and just so you don't realize the hard way that this is really unnecessary, don't bring too much sleeping bag. Like, look at the weather and figure out what the forecast is going to be. If it's not going to be dropping below even like 50 degrees that night, there's no reason for you to bring your big bulky 20-degree sleeping bag. That's just extra weight and bulk that you do not need, and if you don't need it, why carry it? And if you don't have a bag for warmer temperatures because you happen to start like in the winter or something like that, then just this is the perfect time for you to buy a cheap warm weather sleeping bag. Now, maybe go one step above Walmart, one step above Walmart, but look for something around $80, $90, something that's lightweight, compacts well, and it's just like a 50-degree bag. Mistake number two is the weather. Something that you do need to keep in mind, though, even though it might be expected to be a little bit warmer during the summer months, you need to keep in mind where you're going, what the climate is, because summer is known for violent, sudden changes. Especially things such as thunderstorms, they can come seemingly out of nowhere and be a whole lot more violent than you ever expected. Make sure that you're extensively checking the weather both day and night for this trip before you go on the trip, and then maybe bring like a rain jacket that compacts just in case you get stuck in a bad situation. Another super good point is check the night temperatures, because it really depends, like I said earlier, on the climate that you're camping in. If you're camping in like a desert, you realize in a desert the temperature varies greatly between the day temperature and the night temperature. It can be like 90 degrees in the day and then it still cools down to like 30 degrees at night. I mean, it can be even more extreme sometimes, but it is not uncommon during the summer for desert areas to go below 40, 30 degrees. So you don't want to be like, oh, it's 90 degrees, I'll be fine, and then you're freezing. Another thing that greatly impacts the weather, or at least how warm it is elevation. The higher up you are, the less dense the air is, and so the more volatile it is to changes. So just keep that in mind. If you're on top of a mountain camping, it's probably going to be a lot colder up there during the night than it is down at the bottom of the valley. Alright, and before I go on to tip number three, I just ask that if you are liking this video, if you've liked my videos in the past, you go ahead and click that subscribe button, click the bell for notifications, and go ahead and smash that like button. I do this stuff for you guys, and your support does mean the world to me. Mistake number three also has to do with you bringing too much weight, similar to the first one. However, this one has to do with your tent. If you're pretty sure of the weather conditions and it's going to be safe and warm for you, maybe consider doing the fast pitch, fast fly technique. Fast pitch, fast fly. They call it different things depending on the company. But maybe consider trying this out. What this means is there are some tents that are made to where you can pitch the rain fly on top of the poles directly, and then maybe have a footprint. You don't even need a footprint if you have the right sleeping pad and maybe the little tarp or something like that. It allows you to pitch the rain fly by itself and not have to carry the mesh. Maybe it will only save you half a pound or something like that, but it still saves you some weight and some space. So, if the weather's looking good and you've got a tent that can do that, maybe you should consider trying that and seeing if it's for you. It's great because not only does it save you some extra weight, that means you won't be working that hard when you're hiking, but also it provides like excellent ventilation. Like, there's going to be huge breezes underneath that tent, so if it's a little bit warmer that night, you're going to appreciate the ventilation. The fourth mistake also has to do with tents. It's where you set your tent. Do not take your tent, if you can help it, and put it in the direct sunlight when you're setting it up. Obviously, if you can't help it, it's not going to kill you, but if you can, take your tent and put it in the shade where it's not going to be in the direct sunlight. This is going to do a few things. It's going to save you on temperature because throughout the day, as the sun is hitting that tent, it's going to make a little sauna in there, and you'll appreciate it when you get in the tent and it's been shaded throughout the day and it's 5 degrees cooler. Obviously, you do want to look above you because there could be limbs that are dead and they could fall on you, so make sure you're checking that the area is still safe around you. But if you can, go ahead and take your tent and put it in the shade. This is also going to save your rain fly. Now, I know most rain flies are made to be exposed to sunlight, but sunlight is still damaging, even if it's just to a little slight amount. So if you can take your tent and put it in the shade, it's going to maybe add an extra day or two to your rainfly's lifespan. The fifth mistake that backpackers make during the summer has to do with water. And I've talked about this one before, but I'm just kind of mentioning it again because it's specifically important during the summer where the temperatures are hotter and you're going to be sweating out a lot more of that moisture. You've got to be making sure that you're drinking enough water, both while you're hiking but also while you're settled down at camp. The recommended amount of water that you're supposed to be drinking while you're hiking is about a half liter to a full liter of water per hour of hiking. So just think about that. That's a pretty big bottle every hour. And so if you're not going through that, maybe you should start trying to keep track of that and making sure that you are staying on top of things so that way you don't risk dehydration, because that will ruin your trip. Alright, now the sixth mistake is one that we probably overlook a lot because of how small it seems to us, but it is really a big deal to our health and to our comfort along this trip. And this is not bringing sunglasses, sunscreen, or bug spray, or stuff in that area, that category. First off, and I know you've been told this ever since you went to the beach with your mom and she was yelling at you, but you've got to wear sunscreen. Okay, if you're in harsh light, or even if you don't think it's that harsh, even if it's overcast, there can still be some harmful UV light hitting you. But you've got to wear sunscreen to protect your skin whenever you're hiking. If you get sunburn on trail, it's going to make it more uncomfortable because then it's going to be rubbing on your shoulders or your arms or whatever. It's just going to be more uncomfortable. But even if you don't get sunburn, you can still be exposing your skin to harmful UV rays. Also, bring bug spray. It's summer. The bugs are out. I mean, you're out, the bugs are out, you're enjoying outside, they're enjoying outside. They're going to be eating you alive. So make sure you bring some bug spray just to make your trip a little bit more enjoyable. Now, this all leads to a really good point, okay, because there was a comment on one of my videos telling me how it was a bad idea ever to bring deodorant and stuff like that when you're backpacking because of bears. And just in case you don't know, I wanted to clarify this so you would understand better what I meant by that. This person that commented that it was dangerous to bring chapstick or deodorant or other scented stuff on trail because of bears was right to a certain extent. And I am happy that that comment was made because it allowed me to see that my videos might have been a little confusing in the appropriate way to use deodorant and stuff on trail. The choice is yours. If you want to buy some natural, unscented deodorant, chapstick, stuff like that to be extra safe, go ahead and do it. By all means, go ahead and do it. Just maybe ask the permission of your trail buddies. But here's the thing. If you want to wear scented deodorant, or even if you have like a cherry scented lip balm or a bug spray that's scented, you totally can wear that on trail. There are a few recommendations for you though as a hiker. One of them is don't apply any more deodorant onto your armpits or other parts of your body within 2 hours of going to bed. This is just going to allow the scent to wear off more or mix more with your natural body odor. No, I'm not trying to poke fun of this. Bears are a serious deal and you need to abide by all the park regulations and read through that stuff on bear safety. But typically, if you don't apply deodorant within 2 hours of you going to bed at night, you should be good. But also, the other thing is, with any scented items, most national parks, if you go to their website, it says, all odorous items must be put in a bag and then hung up on a bear cable throughout the night. So that's not just food. Like, you've got to put all of your scented items in there. So that can be your deodorant, that can be your chapstick, that can be your sunscreen, your bug spray, whatever. Whatever you feel like could possibly be scented, go ahead, take that, put it in a big bag, and hoist it up on that bear cable to keep you safe. Something you can do to be overly safe is stay away from, like, flowery scents. Like, instead of getting maybe the Bali by Old Spice, maybe you get, like, Swagger, because Swagger does not smell like some food. No. So, just use your common sense and kind of put that together along with the park guidelines to figure out what is safe and isn't safe for bears. I just thought this was important enough to mention for you guys because I didn't want you guys to be confused or think that I was saying something that was totally unsafe. I see what the comment was saying and I agree with them to a certain point, but like I said, most parks say that you'll be fine if you have scented deodorant or whatever, as long as you properly wear it and then you don't apply it within 2 hours of sleep, and then you hoist it up on the bear line with anything else that's odorous. Now, the third thing that I said was sunglasses. Now, this is something that you definitely need because if you don't wear sunglasses in direct sunlight, it's found that the harmful UV rays can damage your cells in your eyes, and this can lead to cancers, or this can lead to other illnesses that can lead to vision loss. So you absolutely need to wear sunglasses. Now, I've always looked for some good-looking sunglasses, some decent quality sunglasses, while keeping that price tag low. I love Oakley's, I love Costas, they're great. But I can't afford to buy one of those every single time I bend over and lose my sunglasses in a stream or something. So I'm very happy to say that I was contacted by an amazing company that said that they would send me some pairs of sunglasses to try out, and I've tried them out for a little while, and I love them. I love the way they look. They feel like they're decent quality, and they are amazingly priced. However, I do want you to know they just sent me this stuff to review for them. They did not pay me to talk them up in this video. So this is all honest stuff that I've found throughout the past weeks as I've been trying out these sunglasses. The company's name is Wear OIO. Now, they have all sorts of styles. They have aviator styles, which is in this really nice little case. Just kind of speaks even more to their quality. They've got aviator styles. They've got sports styles for more of a style for backpacking, and you can check it out all on their website. I'm going to link their website down in the description of this video below so you can go straight to it and check out all their amazing products. but these are the sport style. They look great. The aviator style looks great, and almost like I think 80% or 90% of all their styles are polarized, so you don't have to worry about finding if they're polarized or non-polarized. They're all polarized. They're great. They feel like they're good quality. They're all around $30. They might be a little bit more. They might be a little bit under. They're all right around $30. So seriously, guys, if you're looking for some pairs of sunglasses that are quality, polarized, and you can feel like you can wear them outside backpacking without fearing that thorn branch near your eye, then go ahead and check these guys out. Wear OIO. Alright guys, so there you have it. There are 6 mistakes that I hope you guys can avoid this summer when you're beginning to backpack. Get out there. The weather's great. Outdoors are great. Just get out there and have some fun this summer. I hope that you guys found this video helpful and interesting, and let me know in the comments down below what you think. Have fun this summer, but be safe. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.